So, as requested, for a Dharma connection, I don't really know how to make this short. So, and due to time, I think the best I can offer right now in this short visit, because as this is my first time here, to make an auspicious, independent connection, I think one of the first, I think the first Dharma connection that I ever got from my root guru, my first root guru, who is the late His Holiness Tsechen, was a short one-verse transmission, oral transmission on parting from the four forms of clinging, and the Kaluma oral transmission. So that was my first Dharma connection, as you can say, from my root guru that introduced me to Mahayana Buddhism from a very young age. I didn't know much of the meaning of the teachings, but some of the words did struck with me. And fortunately, one of the most important words that I can remember was the word bodhicitta. So, as you might know, the verse, which is Tidrashina Choramin, Koralashina Mijomin, Dalunashina Chafimin, Zimachona Dawamins. If clinging to this life, then one is not a Dharma person. If clinging to samsara, then one does not have definitive letting go. And if one clings to self-interest, one does not have bodhicitta. And if grasping arises, one does not have the view. So this mind training teaching, as you all know, includes all the teachings of Mahayana Buddhism. The first line itself, if clinging to this life alone, then one is not a Dharma person, already kind of shows that if we are a Dharma practitioner, if we are a Buddhist, then we believe on the premise of rebirth. We must believe in the premise of rebirth. And as a Buddhist, with that premise, with that belief, it shows that every single sentient being in the world has been at least once been our loved one. Every single sentient being has given us so much love, so much kindness, so much benefit. Just like the loved ones in this life, whoever they are, even if they're our parents or our families or friends and so on, maybe having more benefited us than the loved ones in this life. A kindness that we may never be able to repay. So knowing that all our loved ones here in samsara, due to misknowing, are suffering, and just ignoring that and just focusing and practicing and seeking peace, seeking bliss for ourselves cannot be right, we won't be able to bear it. So with that knowledge, we do whatever we can to find a way, to find an ability, to find a method to save all our loved ones from samsara. Now we as humans, as powerful, as rich, as amazing we may be, we don't have the power to save all sentient beings. It's not just humans, even gods or demigods and so on, as amazing and powerful they may be, even they don't have the power to save all sentient beings. Even the ones that have gone beyond samsara, such as Pratika Buddhas and Arhats and so on, as amazing as their wisdom and knowledge and attainment may be, they have achieved nirvana and so on, but even they don't have the power to save all sentient beings. So the only one, the ones who can save and has the ability, the right skill to guide and save all sentient beings is a Buddha. So with that in our minds, that aspiration, that is the main motivation that drives us towards that, to our goal. And that is, as Mahayana Buddhists, our main practice, the aspiration to attain Buddha for the sake of all sentient beings. And that is what bodhicitta is about. So bodhicitta must be always there. Whatever practice, whether it's from the beginning or when we're practicing in the middle or even conclusion, bodhicitta is necessary for our path, for our journey. So with that in mind, and knowing, I think one of the most important things that as Buddhists we must know and keep in our minds is that we are already Buddhists. When we become Buddhas in the future, it's not something that we gain that we don't already have. It's not something that we go somewhere outside other than the place where we already are. Attaining Buddhahood, Bodhi, is a realization, is the ultimate realization of what we are, who we are, and what the realization of the way things are and the reality. That, with that realization of knowing the truth of the way things are and the nature of our minds, with that we become free from suffering. That's what it means to be a Buddha. That's what our goal is, and that with that mindset, in order to achieve that goal, we must part from the four forms of clinging, which is an amazing teaching verse that was said by Manjushri. And with his wisdom, it's necessary to have that wisdom and compassion both joined together for our journey to Buddhahood. So, one of the best blessings that we can get to develop or cultivate more wisdom and merit, the blessing and all transmission of karma is such a vital part of our practice. So with that in mind, with that mindset and motivation, I will bestow the oral transmission.